It's time to take a look at what's happening around Wyoming for Friday, June 21st. I'm Wendy Corr, bringing you headlines from the Cowboy State Daily newsroom, presented by Cheyenne Frontier Days. Starting July 19th from sunup to sundown, there's something for everyone. Check it out at cfdrodeo.com. An Alpine area man died in a wood chipper accident Tuesday. Cowboy State Daily's Claire McFarland reports that the machine had to be disassembled to release the body of the man, who was not identified. And the first responders who arrived said it was a grisly scene.
They were clearing debris for wildfire mitigation there outside of Alpine. The wood chipper was brand new, according to the fire chiefs. So he wasn't sure that the wood chipper had malfunctioned, though I suppose anything could happen.
The victim had been working as part of a contract program to clear debris to prevent wildfires and died while in the machine. The town of Wheatland got another $1.06 million to fix a failing water tank Thursday, but not before Governor Mark Gordon and Secretary of State Chuck Gray argued over plans for the money and Gordon's recent veto of money from the legislature to help fix the tank. The crux of Gray's issue with Gordon about Thursday's approval was what he saw as the governor flip-flopping his support on the project, according to politics reporter Leo Wolfson.
So this prompted a rather strong response from Governor Mark Gordon. He developed a more aggressive tone and essentially told Secretary Gray, fine, I get it. You think I'm a jerk, but you know what? We have business to do here, and let's move on.
Gordon said when the State Land and Investment Board addressed the Wheatland Water Tower last winter, the board had every intent to fully fund the project eventually. The Natrona County Commissioners voted Tuesday to pull back a May 7th decision to contribute $600,000 to extend the SkyWest Delta Connection flight between Casper and Salt Lake City through June 30th of 2025. Cowboy State Daily's Dale Killingbeck reports that without the funding, the Casper-Natrona County International Airport will be down to one airline option and destination.
That withdrawal of funding for the county, $600,000, and other entities, the city and Fly Casper Alliance had also pitched in money. So that means that there may not be a flight between Casper and Salt Lake City in the near future.
Commission Chair Peter Nicolason said his understanding was that the airport board looked at the size and type of aircraft not being cost-effective, not even breaking even, and that there were no plans for that to change. He also said ticket prices are another issue. I'll be back in just 15 seconds with more news.
In southwest Wyoming, wide open space is waiting. This is how we explore it. In Rock Springs and Green River, Wyoming. Plan your adventure at explorewy.com.
Explosive chemical sales are down significantly at the Cheyenne-based Dino Noble plant because of declines in coal production in northeastern Wyoming. Energy reporter Pat Mayo says the company's sales to coal markets have fallen significantly, mainly due to power units switching from coal to natural gas.
The company is it's profitable, the Dino Noble chemical plant here in Cheyenne. However, it's taking a hit on its explosives that it sells to the coal industry up in the Powder River Basin. In fact, the revenue has fallen like 19% year over year for the first half of 2024.
Dino Noble's parent firm sold off a chunk of the company's property in western Cheyenne to Microsoft Corporation for a data center. The $18 million earned in the real estate transaction was used to help offset the falling cash flow at the local operation. A trio of kids are suspected of setting a railroad bridge in Rock Springs ablaze Wednesday afternoon, sending a column of thick black smoke high over Sweetwater County. Cowboy State Daily's Andrew Rossi reports that several people saw the suspects fleeing the scene on their bicycles.
According to eyewitnesses and the suspects themselves, 3 juveniles were playing with fire under a timber frame railroad bridge in the south of Rock Springs, and the flames caught on. And since all of the timber of the bridge was soaked in creosote, it just took off and was engulfed pretty immediately. But the Rock Springs Fire District Number 1, they responded quickly. They were able to put it out in 10 to 15 minutes.
The bridge was on a spur line of the Union Pacific, infrequently used, but serving at least 2 businesses. Fire officials say the structural damage to the bridge was enough that it must be demolished and rebuilt. And a bull moose that was chased through a Montana campground by a grizzly bear was lucky the bear wasn't fully committed to turning him into a meal. The man who took video of the incident, retired bear biologist Wes Larson, told Outdoors reporter Mark Hines that the chase was a little half-hearted on the bear's part.
He's sitting in his car in the Soda Butte campground, which is right near the Wyoming state line, just outside of Yellowstone. And first you see a moose come by, and then there's a grizzly bear hot on its heels. So I talked to the guy who actually took that video, and he said probably what he was doing was just following the moose, waiting for the moose to make a mistake, get itself boxed in, trip and fall, do something stupid, because the grizzly bears are smart enough to just not go right after a full-size bull moose right in the open, because that could end very badly for the bear.
Grizzlies have to be smart about hunting moose because there's real risk involved for the bears, as moose can deliver bone-shattering kicks. And that's today's news. Get your free digital subscription to Wyoming's only statewide newspaper by hitting the daily newsletter button on cowboystatedaily.com. And you can watch this newscast every day by clicking subscribe on our YouTube channel. I'm Wendy Corr for Cowboy State Daily.